What's up, gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. In this video, we are going to get into the number one lesson you should learn before dating overseas and why dating overseas can often be harder than wherever it is in the world you're coming from, and the number one thing you can do to overcome it. But before we get into that, make sure to smash the like button. It costs you nothing, means the world to me, really helps me out with the algorithm, and I would truly appreciate it. And if you're interested in traveling content, men self-improvement content, dating content, and most importantly, content on how to get that money, then go ahead and consider subscribing. Now, with all that said, let's get into this video, and it's going to be a little bit different than usual because I'm actually going to tell you a story from my own life, which will relay the lessons that I have learned over the past decade of living and traveling and dating abroad. So let's go ahead and get into this story. So I was in Guadalajara, Mexico, and I met a 19-year-old model through what many would consider cold approach. And so we were going back and forth, and I ended up getting her number. And through the course of, I don't know, 2-3 weeks, I tried to get her out on a date, and for whatever reason, she was just hard to deal with and really flaky and kind of unsure. And I was like, okay, whatever. And we were following each other on Instagram at the time. And eventually she messaged me on Instagram or WhatsApp, I don't recall. And she was like, hey, let's go and do XYZ. And out of curiosity, I was like, hey, I was trying to go on a date with you for like, I don't know, 3 weeks or whatever it was. And you were super flaky. So why do you all of a sudden want to go out now? And you never know, maybe she had a secret boyfriend or something like that. And to her credit, she was straightforward and she said, hey, I thought you were just a tourist passing through and I didn't really want to spend my time because I'm not one of those girls. You know, they all say that, but it is what it is. And another thing she pointed out is she was like, I've been watching your Instagram for the past, I don't know, 2 months or whatever it's been. And I've noticed you've been here the whole time. And so that was interesting to me. And so let me actually rewind a little bit. So when I first got to Guadalajara, I was doing all right for myself. So like I said, or maybe I haven't mentioned it, I was coming from San Diego, California, and I was doing objectively pretty well in my dating life in San Diego, California. And I've mentioned a million times before, I did not move from the United States. I didn't move from San Diego to date women. I moved for tax purposes. In Mexico, not the first place I went. And so obviously, if I'm moving to a country as a single guy, women are going to be a factor. And I did notice that the women, in general, were friendlier. The highly attractive ones were more accessible. And I found them more feminine and agreeable. And so with that context, I came to Guadalajara, and dating wasn't that much different. I would say it was even harder. And to some extent, I would say it was even harder on some levels in Bangkok as well. And that is because women saw me as a tourist and not a local, or someone who's going to be there consistently or long term. And so the number one thing you can do to set yourself apart is make it clear that you are not just passing through. You are not a tourist. You're not there just for a good time. And that's because the high quality women aren't going to be interested in transient people. This also applies to places like Colombia, where I lived as well. And I should also note that high quality does not mean attractive. Yes, high quality women are attractive, but there are attractive women who are single mothers, for example. There are attractive women who are clinically insane. There are attractive women who are not agreeable, who are looking to be the leader and not to be the follower. So keep that in mind when I say high quality women. And also I should mention, especially in a place like Medellin, and to some extent Bangkok, high quality women cannot be bought, if you know what I am saying. Which is another thing I should mention. This video does not apply if you are doing P for P, because obviously that's a completely different topic. But here's the thing. All of those places, the truly high quality women aren't going to be interested in some foreigner who's just there passing through, because they have access to the highest quality men in their country. So they aren't really going to be too impressed with the fact that you're an American or that you have some level of money or status or what may have you. Because for the most part, they're already dealing with those type of guys. So why would they want to deal with you for a week or what may have you when they could deal with a high quality local guy for a long period of time? Now, another thing that I should point out is that if a woman appears high quality and is absolutely infatuated with you, she is more than likely either P for P or she is a gold digger. Once again, these are things that I have noticed based on my decade of experience doing that. So, like I've said, in order to get the highest quality of women, you need to differentiate yourself from a tourist in whatever manner you can. Because when I started to do that, differentiating myself from being a tourist, building a local friends group and social circle, that's when I could truly entertain these higher level women. Because like I did say earlier in the video, they are more accessible than they are in the United States. 100% for sure. Whether that's because there's more of them or because your dollar is going to go farther and so you're going to be more high value, it's definitely going to put you in a place where you can get access to these women. But once you have access to them, actually getting them on dates and bringing them into your life is a whole nother story. And they're not going to entertain you if they find out that you're just there for a week and then you're on your way. That's simply not how high value women operate. And so, like I said, with the 19-year-old or the 20-year-old model that I was dealing with in Bangkok, both of them only entertained me because I had long-term connections in these places. In fact, the girl in Bangkok, one of her first questions was, are you just going to be gone in like 2 weeks like all these other guys are doing, or what are you doing? Because I don't want to waste my time. She was very straight to the point with it. And I believe I had actually already been living there for like 6 months, and I was like, no, I live here. So this video has gone a little long, and I hope I made my point with this video, although it may have been a bit long-winded. But with all that said, we're going to wrap up this video. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. I truly appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time. And if you have any experience dating abroad, go ahead and comment down below and share your experience. Did you find that you were able to get more attractive women and higher quality women by differentiating yourself from a tourist? Obviously, if you did P for P, that does not count. But share your experience down below in the comments. And with that said, as always, peace, much love.